Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to 3 on the 3rd. Can you believe it is January 3rd, 2023? I cannot. Um, Happy New Year. The year went by so fast last year. I have personally decided to slow down and try to do something I wouldn't normally do, like maybe sit on a porch an extra 5 or 10 minutes, take longer walks than a short walk, and just not be in a rush and attempt to stay out the store so much. So we'll see how that works out for me. All right, so what I think we're going to do today is we're going to take this lovely, beautiful, wonderful lies stamp set right here. It is from the November 2022 A Season of Santa. Um, Myself and Wonder and Dreamer 555, we have a collaboration that we do at the last day of the month. And just to be, not lying, this stamp set was challenging for me to use. I only found three stamps to be, the sentiments don't count. So I only found three stamps to be appealing: this one, and then Santa, even though she does not like the Santa. Of all of the stamps, that's the only ones that are pretty decent. So I was going to use the Santa just in spite of her not liking it, but I'm going to do something totally different. I'm going to use these snowflakes. I'm going to make a background card, and I'm going to put "You are like a snowflake. You are beautifully one of a kind." Although we're going to use the same little snowflakes multiple times, that is what we're going to do. So we're going to take this one sheet and we're going to make a background. And I thought, because I tried this on my previous 3 and a third, I tried this with this shaded lilac, and I'm hoping that the pick raspberry will be an attractive color as well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just get everything prepped up, and you'll see a little bit of this because I haven't made one card yet, but I wanted you to see how we're going to get the background for the card. So we have the small one, and I think we're going to go with the shaded lilac first. I hope everyone had a great New Year, Christmas. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do, and we're just going to go across the page like that. So it'd be one, two. This is going to take a little bit, so you can barely see it, but it's right there. It's a background stamp. This color is light, and it is a distress ink, so we're walking on wild side as is. But that is how it's going to look. So let me go ahead and get into it. Okay, so again, it still looks like nothing currently, but we have used our shaded lilac, and all of these little backgrounds are now purple, unique and beautiful snowflakes. And now we're going to go ahead and put on the larger one. I do want to talk about something, right? A few years ago, I de-wooded my some of my stamps. I haven't did all of them, and I ended up using an acrylic block for some of the wood stamps. Now, was that a mistake? Absolutely not. However, having your blocks already there for you is good, but it takes up less space, and that was the main reason. So this is my first time stamping this one out, and you see how it came out. Not the greatest, but that's okay. So that was my purpose of doing it, is to get space in my crafty area. And I was listening to Wonder and Dreamer's video, um, and she said she didn't like this stamp set, and she said she had plenty trucks, and I was like, I don't. And then she was like, I have snow mugs. I don't. And she don't like the Santa Claus. But also, I have never sold or gotten rid of any of my pieces out of a Unity stamp set. I've purchased them from other people from before I became a Unity membership person. But I am on a new agenda. The snowflake is not stamping out properly, and that's because that's how they designed it, just so you know. And I think that this year will be the year that I get rid of the crap I don't like, not keeping it to say, oh, I'll like it. That is the whole reason why we do the snoozer to use it, because sometimes you get kits. I know I do. I can't speak for you, but sometimes I'll get a kit and I'm like, ooh, that's going to be so pretty. And then I get it. I'm like, this thing is rubbish. I don't care for it. It's not the cutest. It's not the this or the that or that. Even with me in photopolymer, since I fell in love with VersaFine Clear, I'm liking them a lot better than in the past. So now I think that I should have made the big snowflake shaded lilac because it's larger and the pink is more prominent. So I think I should have put the small one here and the large one there. Does it make sense? Hopefully it does. I should have swapped the stamp color sizes. Is all I'm saying. But this is fine because we're all unique snowflakes. I like this one. It's really cute, cool. Okay, so our sentiment is just plain. Well, it's going to be on a plain sheet of paper. Actually, you know what? We're going to stamp this first and then we'll use the shaded lilac with the larger snowflake to give it a little bit of a different feel. We're going to be using our tried and true trusted archival ink jet black. I think this is drying out though, so we may have to move on to another one. I haven't bought any ink in a while. I had bought a lot of it when it was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. And so I've just, most of the times, if you don't use the ink and it has a good seal, some of the ink doesn't have a good seal and it did leak out. Not from Hobby Lobby, but from D-stashes that I purchased, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. No fault to the person that's D-stashing it. Just, sometimes you buy ink that's oversaturated, and sometimes you buy ink that missed the hey, come line up and get your ink saturation on the pad. So, and that didn't stamp out too bad. It is not as dark as I would have liked it to be. And I'm trying to avoid just going to my new favorite ink. I'm gonna try my best to just, you know, not stick to the old. This would be cute embossed as well. We're gonna try that this year as well. All right, so it's coming out pretty good. This ink is a little bit dull. We're still gonna use it. We're still gonna use it. So let's go ahead and get these stamped out. Okay, so I took this paper from the Diecast with a View. I used this paper in a recent project, so I don't remember what the project actually was. I think it was a card. Yeah, it was a card. I'll show you that right quick because I don't think I've released that particular video yet. But it was this card I made. It was a stepper card. Anyway, I used this paper pad. It's from Diecast with a View. It's called Cheek Chat. I'm going through some of my older papers and just, attempting to be a more of a good steward of my collection. And so this is the card that we will be making today. Actually, we're going to make a few of them. We're going to make one together and then we're going to just put the rest of the cards together. All right, so this is the first one. And I thought this would be really cute. I have this from Dollar Tree. And see, it says, just like a snowflake, you are beautiful, beautifully one of a kind. So if you can see a little bit right here, you really can't see it. Come on, camera, do me right. All right, so you can see I just stamped the snowflake on there, and then you can see these snowflakes. And I think this is pretty cool. Just a plain card. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put one together from scratch, start to finish, gluing it down. These cards tops are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, approximate, I should say, approximately that size. Just gonna rub this down. Now I'm not too concerned about the glue warping this particular card paper because this paper itself is a little bit more sturdy than maybe some 65-pound weight paper. This paper is thin compared to this paper. And the cards themselves are pretty durable. They do bend a little bit. I think that if you want your cards to be flat from using glue, you have to probably put something underneath it if that's your main focus. not having flat card, to have a flat card, I should say. All right, so then we got that. Then we're gonna put our layer on just like that. And again, this is our background card that our topper that we created. I love that. It is so cool to be able to take some of your stamps, maybe not your most favorite stamps, and make that kind of stuff, because why not, right? Like, nothing's stopping us from using our supplies in a manner that wasn't intended to be used. Now I find that when we use our supplies, we can just step back and look at them and see what or how we could use them to be a little bit better on our pocketbooks as well as our storage. Because I tell you, once you get to a certain point of storage, you're like, oh, I'm not going to buy this anymore. All right, so then we got this. Then I use this paper to make a little layer for that as well. So here we go. I hope everyone is having a safe beginning of the year. I was watching the news recently, not real news, but sports news, and the big roommate likes the Bengals, and then he was gonna watch the game last night, but when he turned the television on, one of the players for the opposing team was injured and they were on the field, so it was like a timeout or something. And then it was kind of clear that this was going to be a longer timeout than thought. So this is how it looks. We did it in stages, and we did 4 cards, just so you all are aware of that. Because I was like, if I'm going to use an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, no longer am I going to have these random pieces of paper just sitting around. Like, where did this come from? Where did that come from? What's going on with this? Now I just want to try to, complete things more better. I like this one a lot. It's a lot of ink on here. So my goal this year is to get all of my cards backed October. I'm gonna. I have a few plans because I need to get a few things done for myself personally. Like, I have to get in better health. I've been having some musculoskeletal issues lately, more frequently, and I need to be in better health for that. I've been having too frequent of headaches and things like that. So I just need to, treat myself better, do better. I'll tell you, the hardest part of this card is these little gems. Because I'm not really a gem person, but I said, okay, every card that you do from now on, we're going to use some gems or ribbon. Or something that I don't normally do. Like, I'm going to go, not today, but at some point I'm going to go and do some cutting of layers and things like that, because I need to start using die cuts more. I'm tired of making just plain cards. So, I want to use my shaped dies to make shaped cards. All right, so this is our completed card for 3 on the 3rd. Everyone that's participating will be in the description box. So please click on it and see what they have created. I do have an extra card because, it's time. It's blank on the inside, but I could have put a little strip, or maybe a snowflake would have been cute. But it's blank on the inside, and it's not as warped as it could be. So, we could attempt to do something like this and stack them somewhere if you so choose. But anyway, I want to say thank you all for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.